however small. Enjoy every pleasure and love. Love like it will never end. Love like it will last forever. See what love can do? When I was a younger man, my approach to life was similar to the character in the movie of Robin Williams. Maybe that's why I like that so much. My motto was to abandon conformity, dance to the beat of the drum that only I can hear. And maybe some of you were like me, young nonconformists. Today they called us old hippies. But back then, we were just young nonconformists. In my youth, I was open-minded and open-hearted all the time, ready to love and to experience the full and richness of being in love. But then something happened to me that happens to all of us from living in this world. I got hurt. And I didn't know how to heal. So like a lot of people who've been hurt or misunderstood by the world, I needed to find a strategy to stop that pain, to end that pain. And the only way I could think of to do it was to harden my heart. Simon and Garfunkel wrote the story that I sang that was my motto. I am a rock, I am an island, and a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. My strategy was to avoid it all, to never extend my heart to anyone else, not to love again, not to share who I was with anyone, to sequester myself behind walls of isolation and sing the anthem that I was so loud and proud to sing. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I'm a rock, I'm an island. He was very dramatic. Go figure. The funny thing about it is, I was almost proud of my pain, like a soldier is proud of their battle scars. I wore it like a badge of honor, because to me it was proof that I knew that human life was cruel. See, that's how life is. But you see, here's the mistake that I made that so many of us make in life. In closing my heart to the pain of love lost, it was also closed to the joys of love gained. And by not taking time and not knowing how to feel that loss, I could never heal it and move on. I just got stuck recycling the pain and reliving the wound. And here's the thing. After a while, as the years stack up, if you don't find your way to healing, you have to find some way to anesthetize that pain. And that's where addictions come in. But now, from the advantaged position of being a little older and wiser, I can see now how my strategy of hardening my heart and closing myself off to people was nothing unique. Lots of people get hurt in life. Lots of people shut down their feelings. They harden their hearts. They isolate themselves behind others for walls that they built. There's nothing original about that. In fact, it's so done. It's so done, it's common. And this is why, my friends, we are so short on compassion these days. I'm sure as we become less civilized in our society and more divided in matters of politics and faith. It's also why we don't look at homeless people on the streets. We roll the window up. We turn away. We don't want to look them in the eye because we will see their pain and it will match our own. We don't want to feel the pain of the human condition. And so we tune out. I don't want to see the news anymore. I don't want to know about all this pain that's in the world, or we just pretend we don't care. So we isolate ourselves like I did as a young man, for protection maybe, to guard ourselves, because a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. If you ask any parents who've raised teenagers, they will all tell you that some of them, at some point, are very self-absorbed. When you're immature, you think that life sort of revolves around you. It's all about you and what you want, what I want to get out of life. It's not until later when you mature a little bit and you realize, you know what, we're all in this together. What you do to others is going to come back to you. You can always tell the spiritually immature people as well because they're like teenagers. They're just in it for themselves. They're deeply scripted in a world of duality. That's their paradigm of win and lose, and they are intent to win at any cost, even if it has to run all over you if you have to lose. These people are not hard to spot. Maybe you've had a boss that's like this, spiritually immature, egocentric, self-absorbed. Maybe your ex was that way. But just the opposite is true as well. The spiritually mature are just as easy to find. Their worldview is oneness. They live in a paradigm of win-win, and their intention is to treat everyone from that paradigm with respect, whether they agree or disagree with them in their politics or their faith or anything else. You can always tell who the spiritually mature are. They're the kind ones, the compassionate ones, the ones who care deeply about other people. Now, I know you've heard me say this before, but it's so outrageously true that it bears repeating. About 20 years ago, early in my ministry, I was at a conference and I heard a colleague of mine speak. And my colleague said, 2,000 years ago, Jesus pointed the way. And for 2,000 years, we've been worshiping his fingernail. So we don't need to fall down and worship anybody. We need to stand up and practice. We need to practice compassion, practice kindness, and practice being love. And you know, that's what we do here. This is what we do here at CSL if you're here for the first time. We practice spiritual principles. We don't tell people what to think. We will tell you whatever it is you're thinking is what's creating your life. Instead of asking you to confront this cold, heartless world, to suck it up and just suffer through it, that somehow you're being made better by it, we don't do that. We challenge you to change the world, to heal the world by healing your own life, by letting out what your Creator has placed inside of you, this love, this talent, this beauty, this genius. Become what you most want to attract. That's the spiritual principle we're activating here. Give to others what you want most to receive from them. A few weeks ago, I was in Cambodia, and I was volunteering at a children's school with some friends of mine. A school that a colleague of mine had founded and built about 8 years ago. He started with just a few kids. Now there's 300 or 400. We got a chance to go from classroom to classroom and listen to the kids and talk to the kids and let them practice their English. And they sang songs to us. Songs that I did not know the words to in English. Who knew that I did not know the words to Itsy Bitsy Spider? See, I told you I didn't go to school in Normal. Afterwards, we were assigned the lunch line, where we got to put food on trays for a couple of hundred kids, which they all patiently waited in line to eat. Now, these children in this school are the poorest of the poor in Cambodia. They literally live in tin shacks on dirt floors, and most of their parents can't read or write. So this meal at this school was probably going to be the only one they got that day. After we served them lunch, we hung out for a while, and I went to see the school director, the principal, and I made a large donation to that school in honor of CSL Fort Lauderdale. just when we were ready to leave. This little boy about this tall comes up to me and he stands right in front of me with his hands bowed. And he says, "Thank you for our food today." And I just about died, my heart sank. Thank you for our food today? My friend, Reverend Heidi Allfrey, says, when the heart opens, the eyes leak. Now, I have to tell you, it was easy for me to have compassion for that little boy. In this situation, the lovable are always so easy to love. It's the unlovable, the unkind, and the uncaring people who are the hardest and the most challenging for us to show compassion to. But ironically, aren't they the ones that need it the most? It bugs the hell out of me that I've never told you before. No matter what the topic is that I choose for a Sunday lesson, and I chose all the topics for this year, whether it's about love or patience or compassion as it is this week, whatever the subject is that I have chosen, something happens to me in my own personal life that calls on me to practice that very thing that week. So, of course, it happened this week for me to be challenged to act in compassion. Where did it happen? Where else? In line at the grocery store, right? In line at Publix, which is, by the way, a great place to practice spiritual principles, along with the DMV, the IRS, and the Social Security Administration. Great place to practice principles, right? So I'm headed to the checkout line with my cart. I got all my good stuff in there, and I'm about to check out, and a woman seated in one of those electric carts, right? She swerves right in front of me. She cuts me off in the line, and I step back, and she says, "Get out of my way." So what do you think I did? The good Dr. Chris Michaels in this situation, what would he have done? I'm going to give you three choices. Number one, did I put my prayer hands together and say, "Namaste"? Number two, did I kick her cart and push her out of the way? Or number three choice, did I say nothing? How many times have you heard me say, sometimes the best response is no response at all? When the words out of your mouth are not going to be kind, it's best to keep your mouth shut. So that's what I did. But as I'm standing there in the line and watching her, I learn, because she's telling the clerk, that she has to carry her groceries in those bags all the way to the bus stop and transfer to another bus just to get her home. Now, this was not a young woman, and she was not a size 5. So I started to feel honest and real compassion for her and the personal challenges and the struggles that she has to face just by buying groceries on a daily basis, even though she was rude to me. When someone hurts you, the knee-jerk human reaction is to hurt them. When someone is rude to you, the common reaction is to be rude back. And we're all human. And so we're all going to do our fair share of that. But we are also spiritual beings, the greater part of us. And as a spiritual being, you know that how you treat others is how you're going to be treated, because the fundamental law of life is this: what you give to others will be given to you. What you withhold from others will be withheld from you. So maybe you can resist your human reactions. Maybe you can be conscious enough to make a higher choice, and instead of repeating the cycle of a hurt for a hurt and a wound for a wound, maybe you can opt out. You can be loving when others aren't. You can be kind when others have not been kind to you. This might help. Remember this: everything that people do, everything that they say, and every action they take is either an expression of love or an ask for love. Here's the comparison. The young Cambodian boy who thanked me for the food that day was an expression of love. The woman in the grocery store who cut me off and yelled at me was an ask for love. That woman desperately needed someone to show her love, someone to be kind to her. You get it? Listening to her tell the clerk her stories of tales and woe, the clerk is not listening at all. And all of her challenges that she's going through at the bus stop, my heart opens more and I have compassion. So then, what did I do? What did the good doctor do? I'll give you 3 choices again. Did I tell her how sorry I was that she was having challenges in her life? Number 2, did I just let her go on her merry way and say nothing? Or did I, number 3, help her to the bus stop with her groceries? How many of you think I helped her to the bus stop, did number 3? Wrong. Hello, I'm Dr. Chris Michaels, not Saint Christopher. It's August. You know what the heat's going to do to this hair? No. I just let her go on her merry way and said nothings. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is get out of the way, which is ironically exactly what she told me to do when she cut in front of me. She said, "Get out of my way," and so I did. Look, we're all doing the best we can, right? We are. We are perfect in principle, but not always perfect in practice. So just do your best. And keep in mind that how you treat others is how one day you will be treated. So practice compassion. Practice kindness. And so ends the lesson.
This man, my friend, my mentor, my brother, he's a gift. He's truly a gift. Thank you, Dr. Chris. So if you're new to CSL, this is the time where we get to give. We get to practice the law of circulation, the law of giving. One of the principles that I grew up with in my Southern Baptist growing up Pentecostal way of living was about tithing. Now, tithing in this principle was based on fear. Here, we believe in offering tithing because you've been blessed and because you recognize that this space is a place where we want to maintain and be sustainable, that we may share love to the world. So if what Dr. Chris said to you today touched your heart, this is a time that we get to reach into our pockets and to support this community that is thriving. It's moving, it's growing, it's building. We're building a university together. But we need your help. And I always call it the 3 T's: time, talents, and tithes. I'm going to ask our ushers to please come up front, please, because we're going to pass the baskets in the home. But if you're online, and thank you for being online, and thank you for hanging out with us on the little interruption we had, but you can give as well. You can go directly to our website, cslftl.org, and hit the give button, or on our app. Make sure you download our app at home. Make sure in the room you're downloading the app. We're close to 1,000 downloads. It's pretty amazing. And you can hit the give button on the app. I want to thank all our TPL members. Thank you so much for your constant giving. And when you give on a regular basis, it helps us to know what the money is coming in, what's going out, that we may know how to operate and be efficient stewards for the funds that comes to the door. If you're wondering how I can be a part of the TPL membership, please see us in the lobby after service. We want you to join. We want you to give. So right now, I want to take a moment just to bless all the tithes and offerings that are coming in through the door. Let's go within. And I begin this prayer with gratitude. I'm so grateful to know that we are the divine emanation, the one mind that Ernest Holmes talks about. I'm so grateful that this one mind is the quality of abundance and prosperity. We are one in this one mind, therefore we are already abundant and prosperous. So this is a time that we get to share from our own beauty, love, creativity. We get to continue to help our community to grow and to sustain itself. Knowing that all ministries and all teams and all the services that we do, all needs are met already now. So as we celebrate this beautiful spiritual community, we give thanks and we give from our hearts. And so it is. Amen.
My source, God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Sometimes in this, especially during this time of inflation, we have to walk around our homes saying, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. It's a reminder. It helps us to remember. This is why we do affirmations on a Sunday. Do you think it's just because we like writing things and for y'all to repeat after us? Well, that's part of it. But no, it's for you to have a reminder, a daily reminder of the truth, of these principles that Dr. Chris was talking about today. So I'm extremely excited about what's going to happen September 10th. September 10th from 10 to 3 p.m., we're having our third retreat here. Yeah. And it is called Silent Integration. So part of the retreat will be done in silence, and the participants will be in silence, and I'll be guiding us through processes to incorporate the silence. Part of it will be the healing bowls. I'm extra excited about who I get to facilitate with. Michael Gah, my friend, my brother, husband of Kirby. He's going to be here because we're going to work on emotional wellness as well. I believe this is why I'm here. This is why I've come to help to facilitate healing from all of us, for all of us. And as Dr. Chris says, as we begin to do our own work, we're going to change this planet. If you have not joined us for a Saturday retreat, it is just something so special. So I'm going to give you a little preview of the sound that you're going to hear as we embrace the silence. Close your eyes, let's go within. And this first sound, when you hear this, I want you to think about this is the love I'm going to give. And the second sound you will hear is the love that you will receive. Two sounds. Love I'll give. Love I receive. Follow your breath. As you continue to follow your breath, breathe through your heart. The heart is where kindness, compassion, love, ordinary goodness resides in and as the heart chakra. Listen from within. How can I be more loving in my life? How can I share more love? Who in my life is calling forth love today? Own life. How can I receive more love? How can I unharden my heart? How can I allow love to fill me up so that I may love others? collectively, let's do an Om. Everyone take a deep breath in. Release your breath. Breathe in for the Om. Inhale. And so it is.
Feeling love, that's all. That's enough for faces. Covering up an empty spaces. Where there used to be a soul inside. Nothing and no one ever gets to you. Seems the wind could blow right through you. Believing in gods that never knew them. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do. I believe in feeling good. And that's feeling love. Feeling love is feeling good. Worry, climbing up your money tree, you got to hide it. Monkey do what a monkey see. You're on a one-way street and you're speeding, missing the signs you should be reading. That's the things you're later believing. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do. I believe that's feeling good. And I'm feeling love. I believe in love. Feeling love is feeling good. I believe in love. Feeling love is feeling good. I believe in love. Feeling love is feeling good. All right, guys, got a hand clap right here. Come on, let's feel good. We'll never be lonely. Sleeping in an empty bed shouldn't be only just a place to rest my head. Oh, I don't wanna find myself one day waking up and looking at Monday with some what's the name left from Sunday. I believe in love. I believe it, nobody sold me. Always knew it, nobody told me. I believe in someone to hold me. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do. I believe I'm feeling good. Everybody should believe in feeling good. Believe in
Oh my goodness. Believe in love. Say yes. I believe in love. Woo. Michael Johnson, it was only a 3-tissue day. I thought it was going to be more than that, but it was only 3 tissues. Oh my goodness. I love y'all because there's no place like it. No place like it. We have a lot of activities that we do here at CSL. We do a lot of events. So I invite everyone at home and everyone in the building, if you want more information about any of my announcements that I'm about to make, please go to our website, cslftl.org, find out more information, or go directly to the app. We have it there as well. So I didn't always believe in love. I didn't always have compassion for myself. And I found my journey to self-love and compassion, and it was through our practitioners. Practitioners are all over the world, people who have made that commitment to serve, to be the praying hands of each and every New Thought community, and we have beautiful practitioners right here. I need all my practitioners, please stand up, rise up, and applaud this life. Yes. Thank you, practitioners, thank you. Thank you. I see you in the back, John. I see you, brother. Right after service, they're going to remain in the sanctuary, and I'm going to ask you, if you are in need of prayer, please see one of our practitioners, because this is what we do. We pray. And if you are at home, you need a prayer right now, go to our app, hit the prayer line. There's a prayer already waiting for you, and on our website, same thing. Or you can call into our line. It is 950-5625. There's a prayer waiting for you. We also have a youth department that is thriving, and they're learning the same thing that we're learning here. They're learning about ordinary compassion and kindness and ordinary love, ordinary goodness this month. We work together as a team, so there's a cohesiveness of spiritual learning. And if you're at home, you're saying, well, I think it's time for me to come back. It is right. It is time. If you have kids, bring your kids, because we have a great youth department here. Two things I'm very, very excited about. This year, I recently realized that I needed some other help, some mental help. I need to find a therapist, and I did. I'm very happy about. In fact, I have two therapists. One is sitting right here, and the other one I start with next week. And mental health is very, very important, and I've talked about my own depression from here. And one of the things that one of my therapists said, well, why don't you have some fun? Why don't you get into the community, not just CSL? So I joined a bowling league. Now, I practiced last night. There's room for growth. Let me just put it that way. Joey, where are you, Joey? Don't you kick me off the team. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get really, really good at that. But we're going to have a mental health panel here for our TPL event, but it's open to everyone. It's only sponsored by the TPL, so our TPL members have given the funds so that we may do an event like this. So it's a TPL-sponsored event, but it's open to everyone. I want everyone to be here for that night of the panel. That is going to be Wednesday, August the 31st, here at 7 o'clock. And thank you, Tony, for helping us organize this. It's going to be, I don't know where she went to, but she helped us organize it, so thank you so much. It's going to be a wonderful event. I'm going to be on that panel, and we have people coming from our community partners will be here, Sun Serve, and from mental health. So please join us, and you can sign up online as well. One thing that's not really, you don't know about, but we're doing something very special. We're doing something with Sun Serve. We're partnership here this Wednesday night that's coming up at 6:30. It's a back-to-school event. And we're going to discuss this whole idea of can't say gay. As our students go back into schools, what must we do to support them if you have two mommies or two daddies, or if you have, if you feel like you're growing up LGBT, how can we support and know the truth that there's nothing wrong with our children and nothing wrong with our parents? So that's what we're going to be doing this Wednesday. You can find out more in the lobby about this event that's happening this week. So we're having 2 Wednesday night events. I want everyone in this room sign up and get here. So I'm excited about this because our own practitioner, Judith Felt, is starting an incredible class. It's called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This book is one of our accredited courses, so if you're on the track to be a practitioner or a minister and you have taken the foundation course, this is a course for you. Now, I always call her the master practitioner because she's been in this movement much longer than I have, but she carries a consciousness that you don't want to miss this experience. It's going to be here on a Wednesday, or excuse me, you're doing Monday night. Dr. Ford's doing Wednesday night. You're doing Monday nights here starting September 5th at 7 o'clock Monday, and it's for the course for the 8 weeks. It's going to be $220. So please sign up for that class. Also, I got a very amazing announcement, a video for you. Jerry, let's run that video.
Hello, CSL Fort Lauderdale. I love your community. You all are vivacious, vibrant, and very good looking. I know you're like, oh, me? Yeah, it's a good looking group. You're also a group that wants to embrace what is coming up. And you all are moving to a whole other chapter in your community, a marvelous and magnificent change. But what do we do with change? Usually one of two things. We either, oh, this is no big deal, it's all gonna work out great. And then we start complaining about the ways that it didn't work out the way we wanted it. Or we try to just ignore our feelings, and then they start kind of seeping out with our partner, our coworkers, our friends, our pets. And none of those help our soul evolve. So I am offering a course, actually a bridge building course. A bridge connects one experience to another, but you have to build it and you have to be willing to cross it. And so this course is going to be called Love Can Build a Bridge. It's going to be 4 weeks. It's really short. It'll be Thursday night, September 8th through the 29th. It'll be 7 p.m. And we will look at what all comes up when change happens and not make anything wrong, but in fact allow it to come up and be talked about and be discussed and be honored and loved. And then when you as you reach this new place, you're ready. You're open-minded and open-hearted, and you're like, I am here. I'm not dragging the stuff from the past. So I'll see you online. It'll be a great fun, and we will laugh, we will love, and we will learn, and we will live. Namaste, namasko, and so it is. Mwah.
I love Reverend Heidi. She's actually going to be here next week for Dr. Chris's banquet, and she's staying with me for a week. So I'm going to get to know Reverend Heidi even more. And what I love about this class is going to be completely online. And this is one of the tracks that our new university is taking: online classes, in-person classes, and much, much more. So please, and you could do it in your underwear. Just turn your camera off. That's all. That's all. As I said in our meditation, we're doing our third retreat. It's called Silent Integration. And that is going to be on Saturday, September 10th. And I'm going to be facilitating, myself and Michael will be facilitating. We have a team of people that are helping to create this retreat. We're going to feed you. We're going to have some great experiences in the silence, and then we're going to do a little bit of a trance dance and shake off the silence, go eat, come back. We're going to have 2 more processes for you so we can really heal from the inside out. And I want you to join. It's going to be $69 for the full, well, it's pretty much going to be more than a half a day, but it's going to be a beautiful experience. Don't miss out our third retreat. It's going to be wonderful. We're doing something very special here, which is near and dear to my heart, being led by one of our board members, John Pritchard. It's called Kurt's Closet. As you see out front, there is clothes, and you see this is for anyone who's wanting to come back into the business field or someone who's going into the business field, and we're going to help them to provide them with clothes. So if you have any suits in your closet that you don't fit anymore, that you don't like anymore, that you want to give away, I want you to bring them in this week so we can help people to merge back into business. As Dr. Chris said, next Sunday is his final Sunday. I want this room full. I want this room full. I want us to honor this beautiful soul the way he should be honored. The reason why it's so near and dear to my heart is I wouldn't be here if he didn't make that phone call, and I'm here. I'm here. And we're also going to have a banquet Friday night. I already know what I'm doing. It's a creative black tie. Wait till you see what I'm wearing, Doc. Wait till you see what I'm wearing. It's going to be amazing. And that's going to be this Friday that's coming up. It's going to be starting at 7 o'clock. You can get your tickets online at $150. And I'm going to tell you something. Ministerial school is very expensive. So everything that comes through the door, all our net proceeds will be going to the Chris Michaels Ministerial Scholarship Fund. And that's to help us ministers get through that next year that we're looking for money, trying to figure out how we're going to pay for it. If you believe that ministry is very important to our world, then you're going to come and support. This is something that we must have to honor our brother, but help another minister go to school. Are you with me with that? Yes? All right, so important. So let's get on that. All right, everyone, you have an affirmation, and you're probably sitting on it. So stand up, grab your affirmation, and let's say this together. Stand up nice and tall. And here's our affirmation. Let's say it together. The power of love and passion energizes my life. I am one with unending joy. Don't you know it? Yeah, don't you know it? Let's remember this. Let's go within. There is only one power, that is the power of love. That is the power of God that brings us to the place of compassion and kindness. That will take us to a place where we can change this planet, that we can answer the call for love that is calling all the time, and we can celebrate the love that we are. This is what I know. When we leave out of here today, we are on a mission. We are on purpose with a purpose. We take what we have learned here today and we move into a place of shifting this planet just by how we live, not by what we say, but how we live and what we do. This room is blessed. Everyone online is blessed. Together we come into a place, a new understanding that we are not just one with God, we are God in the flesh, love in the flesh, compassion in the flesh, divine, infinite possibilities in the flesh. So I give thanks. And as I give thanks, I release, I let go of it, I let God be God. That's what I know. And so it is. Amen. Everyone in line, we will see you next week at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, same place, same time. And everyone in the room, we're going to finish out with our closing song. So stay standing and sing from your heart. This is my wish for the world, that peace and find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Feel the air with joyful noise.
Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Happy Sunday.
Second CSL. just so hot, yeah. Are people wearing black tie? Yeah. Tuxedo?
Well, they said